I actually don't know much about politics, and I don't trust any of them because they're all corrupt. And I'm just the ant in the world, so I don't really have any power. But yeah, the step down of the leaders is good. Let's get some new ones in and let's make New Zealand a better place. Is John Key coming back? Is he coming back or not? He's gone.
No, he's gone.
Okay. I will vote for actually, Winston Peters is one of my uncles, so maybe I will vote for his party. So yeah, I will vote for him. Go Winston Peters!
It's not what do you look like, but as for National, they're just what prices. You know, there's too much of that. No, just the party.
Okay, so...
Party is the policies. Oh, you know, it could be a blind man, it could be a dark man, it could be a white man, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's the policies.
I wouldn't say that it's a preference. I think so long as the government changes, that's great. I do think that Jacinda is a really competent politician, and I think it's cool to have some young blood. Yeah, she'll be great.
But I think the trouble is whilst the current government is not anything too special, at least they're reasonably stable, and I don't think Labor have any good ideas to offer that I can tell. But I don't follow politics as closely as some might do, so I'm not that sure really, to be honest.
Sure.
But I think the important thing is that we have mainly stability and not experimentation with things. And I do believe the opposition parties, and this is including Labor and anyone else, could have helped themselves by actually coming up with some better ideas instead of just complaining. To have better ideas to say such and such isn't so good, here's our suggestion, rather than just complain.
Labor has lost its way, and I think the issues that are facing New Zealand with poverty in education and hospitals, and while we need more of everything of that, the National Party is offering tax cuts, which is just insane.
Because Greens and Labor have a coalition going anyway, so effectively a vote for Greens is a vote, or a vote for Labor is a vote to change the government, and that's what I want to do. So
yeah, because she's fresh, she's interesting. People recognise her more than they do Andrew Little, and they like her. She has charisma.
What Labour saying is pretty much opposite to what immigration, you know, against immigration, the migrant, the net flow. I don't think any candidates, competes with National Party. I believe.
不知道，我都不认识他们是谁。
没啥看法，我就觉得，就是毕竟咱们中国人在这边也很多嘛，然后觉得，就是如果他们大幅度削减移民的话，还是对新西兰的经济没有帮助的。这方面，对。而且就是这些党的竞争吧，我也不是太懂，但是，还是觉得怎么说，还是为大家好。 就是为移民或者是新西兰本地的居民好，推动经济发展就可以了。
To tell you the truth, I wasn't surprised. I think that, you know, looking at the 3 sets of poll results that they got over the weekend and early this week, it was probably untenable for him to continue. And I know that 8 weeks before an election is less than an ideal time to change a leader, but I think it was the right thing to do, and I think that they've chosen absolutely the right person in Jacinda Ardern to replace him. She's very popular, very well liked, and I think is a very talented politician. And I think when you compare her to Bill English, you know, she really does bring a fresh approach, to coin a phrase. She brings something to that dynamic that I don't think was there when it was Andrew versus Bill. Jacinda Ardern is a young girl. You know, she's in her late 30s. Andrew is nearly, 50. You know, she's an Aucklander, you know, Mount Albert, and has a huge following amongst young people. And so I think she'll be able to energise people who may not have been considering voting Labor into voting for them. I mean, we've had a number of Prime Ministers in their late 30s before, so she will be one of the youngest if she becomes Prime Minister. You know, having experience is important, and Jacinda does have experience. She's been a Member of Parliament for 9 years, which is 3 years longer than John Key had when he became Prime Minister. But also, it's about temperament. You know, a lot of it is actually about your personal characteristics, and I do think that Jacinda has those personal characteristics that would make her a very good Prime Minister.